and 210 on the altitude.
Allegiant 1077, I have your clearance.
Go ahead for Allegiant 1077.
Allegiant 1077 cleared to the St. Petersburg Airport via radar vectors India Romeo Quebec, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect level 340, 10 minutes after departure. Departures is frequency squawk 6670.
Alright, cleared to St. Petersburg, radar vectors, direct India Romeo Quebec, then as filed, and maintain 5,000 initially, 340, 10 minutes after departure, squawk 6670, Allegiant 1077.
Allegiant 1077, read back is correct. Push and starts your discretion. Call me for taxi, Huntington, altimeter 2984.
Wilco, Allegiant 1077. We depart in 12 or 30, if you don't want me asking.
It'll be 12.
Wilco 1077, appreciate it.
Lindbergh 4177, leave Myers Space to the north. Chicago's offline, radar service terminated, frequency changes approved.
Indy Center, citation 9025, Papa X-ray, we're ready for taxi.
Number 60, Charlie Golf, the Parkersburg's winds 150 at 4, runway 3, clear.
Yeah, clear, land runway 3, thank you, 60 Charlie Golf.
And was that for UPS 1016?
Negative. And November 925, Papa X-ray, runway 35 left, taxi via Echo, cross runway 29er, and hold short Echo 2.
35 left, taxi via Echo, cross 29er, hold short Echo 2, 95 Papa X-ray.
Camber 8088, you're 5 miles from Honol, cross Honol at 5,000, or correction, cross Honol at 3,000, cleared for the island, or correction, cleared for the RNAV, runway 36 approach at Fort Knox.
Okay, well, cross Honol at 3,000, clear for the RNAV, 36. Camber 8088, every, thank you.
Western Global 190, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Okay, we copy that frequency change for Lindbergh 4177, thanks.
Western Global 190, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Indy Center, citation 9025, Papa X-ray. I'm sorry, can you repeat that taxi clearance for me?
For 925 Papa X-ray, runway 35 right at Echo 2, taxi via Echo, cross runway 29er.
That makes more sense. I have it down as left. 35 right, via Echo, cross Echo 2, 95 Papa.
Western Global 190, will descend to maintain 230.
UPS 1016, leave Myers Space to the north, Cleveland's offline, radar service terminated, frequency changes approved.
Over to Unicom for UPS 1016. Thank you. Have a good night.
UPS 27 and 27, leave Myers Space to the west. Chicago Center's offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency changes approved.
Indy Center, Fenix 719 with the cruising at 34,000 to the east.
Fenix 719, Indy Center, hello. United 27, 27, leave Myers Space to the north. Chicago Center's offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency changes approved. No voice carrier wave only. Check your mute button.
Oh, sorry about that. I have my mic muted. Allegiant 3318, underground in Huntington, clearance to St. Petersburg.
Allegiant 3318, Indy Center, cleared to the St. Petersburg Airport via radar vectors India Romeo Quebec, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 380, 10 minutes after departure. Departure this frequency, squawk 6617.
Alrighty, that's radar vectors to India Romeo, Quebec, maintain 5,000, expect flight level 38010 minutes out of departure, squawk 6617 for Allegiant 3318.
Allegiant 3318, read back is correct. Push and starts your discretion, call me for taxi. The Huntington altimeter 2984.
Center, Endeavor 40, 33, 340.
And in the center, Allegiant 1077 with the weather, we're gate 3 at Huntington, looking to push on Alpha.
Push on Alpha is approved.
Push on Alpha approved, Allegiant 1077.
And who is trying to check in?
Endeavor 4033.
Endeavor 4033, Indy Center, hello, squawk ID. For 60 Charlie Golf, welcome to Parkersburg. You can exit to the right, taxi straight into the ramp.
Okay, Roger, right to the ramp and...
Hello everyone. Welcome to this very impromptu stream. We're just chilling here with Mickety Mike. We're gonna be following him down on to St. Petersburg, Florida this evening. He's got the new vertical sim Huntington Tri-State airport installed. I don't. I got the basic airport installed. No biggie though. I'm always glad to have other people online with some path controlling going on. There he is pushing back now. He's pushing onto Alpha. I'll push back sometime just after him. How is everyone doing out there tonight? We got the APU on. I can go ahead and turn external power off. We'll go ahead and get the APU bleed on. We are all done, loaded up, ready to go. Let's go ahead and clear our messages here. We got the prelim load sheet. We'll accept that. Final load sheet. And Mac is 29.2. Close enough for me. So let's go ahead and go here. So all of that looks good. We can go ahead and close that door and get underway so that we are ready to go here momentarily. There he goes there. I'm going to let him do his thing. We'll do a manual pushback. We'll call the tug and we will absolutely, positively wait. Let's go ahead and disconnect some of the ground services here. We can disconnect you and you. Thank you. Goodbye. You got an exec jet there going out. You got the other Allegiant heading out as well. We will be straight chilling here. Hopefully everyone is doing well today.
Endeavor 4033, radar contact 15 miles south of Appleton, level 340.
Indianapolis Center, Allegiant Air, with you, good afternoon actually, with you at flight level 350.
Oh, the with yous. The with yous is absolutely insane right now. Come on, man. With you, really? We gonna do that? Let me get my controller on. There we go. Keep the default. Thank you. Resume. We will wait for him to push and start. And then we can head out ourselves. I have everything else pretty much set up on the flight deck.
Can we get 36 right for Southwest 4660?
cross Nunya at or above 5,000, clear for the Alice 36 right approach.
Alright, cross Nunya at or above 5,000, clear for the Alice 36 right approach, southwest 4667.
Global 190, the land is logging off, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Draco 1588, what's up, dude? How are you doing today? We get one guy pushed behind us. That's really all we're waiting for, is for him to clear out, and then we will be able to push and taxi on out of here. We're going to be doing Allegiant ops down to St. Petersburg today.
American 2323, Indy Center.
Huntington to Pittsburgh. Or, sorry, not Pittsburgh, St. Petersburg. No, I don't know why I say Pittsburgh.
Delta 521, descend and maintain 8,000, expect the ILS runway 35 left approach.
We're all set up. We're ready to go. Ready for pushback. We're just waiting on company here to get everything started up. Get out of our way there.
Indianapolis altimeter 2984.
Altimeter 2984, descend via the star for American
It seems like it's evening time here. Is it evening time here? I do not like flying at night. Let's go ahead and change you. There we go. There we go. Much better. Like that much better. Man, he just got all types of stepped on.
Fly 100, roger. Allegiant 990 radar contact 15 miles northwest of Terre Haute 5035.
Radar contact Allegiant Air 9990.
Southwest 4667, wind 2604, runway 36 right, clear to land.
36 clear right, clear to land, southwest 4667.
Fly high 100, descend and maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,500. Minneapolis Center, American 1187 Heavy is at flight level 30.
American 1187 Indy Center, hello.
Indy Center, good evening, UPS 83 Heavy, Lobo, west side cargo ramp, looking to taxi, do have 30 CM weather.
UPS 883, runway 35 left, taxi at Bravo.
35 left via Bravo, thank you. UPS 83 Heavy.
United 8910, leave Myers Space to the north, Cleveland's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. ECM 2291, leave Myers Space to the north, Cleveland's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Indy Center, Allegiant 1077, we push on Alpha.
There we go. Here's this Allegiant calling up, ready to taxi. There we go.
Taxi via Alpha, cross runway 12, Golf.
Runway 12 via Alpha, cross 12 at Golf, Allegiant 1077.
Here we go. He should be pushing back, or he should be starting his taxi now. So let's go ahead and get this going.
Roger. 1-2, line up and wait. You'll have one crossing down.
Wait, runway 12 for eject at 802.
Allegiant 1077, traffic subcitation is holding in position.
Let's go backwards.
Go ahead and get him out of here. I can hold Golf, Allegiant 1077.
Allegiant 1077, roger that. Hold short, runway 12 on Alpha.
I will hold short 12 at Alpha, Allegiant 1077.
Get the engine started. Get them going.
Departure flight runway heading the Huntington winds 1803, runway 12, clear for take.
Quick check off runway 12, fly runway heading for exact at 802.
Delta 1522 with you at flight level 360.
Delta 1522, Indy Center, hello, squawk right there.
CL UBS 1013, checking with level 36 here, about coming south of Briggs.
UPS 2096, Indy Center, radar contact, cross prison at 1000, movable altimeter 2984. Delta 521, descend and maintain 4000.
4,000, Delta 521,
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
1322, you are radar contact, 20 miles west of Zanesville, 50360.
We will go ahead and go inside. Make sure our second engine gets started correctly.
37 with you 380. 5037 any center squawk ident.
Sorry for the impromptu stream this evening. Could be a little bit more casual, but that's okay. Hopefully everyone is doing great. Happy day after 4th of July to everyone out there. We have 2 good engine starts there, waiting for the great boss to disappear. There we go. Let's go flaps 1. APU can come off. There we go. Excellent. Let's go ahead and check our... Oh, well, no, I didn't want that. I wanted this one. There we go. Excellent. After start checklist. After start checklist. Engine anti-ice is off. Status is checked. Rudder trim 0. After start checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and go full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. There's that. We can go ahead and turn you on to max 28.0%. So we had 28, that's about right there. Let's call it there. Alright, they will put you in. Excellent. Before takeoff, checklist flaps. We get 1.1 indicated. Takeoff date and speeds are checked. Weight is at 141.8. Stab trim is 28.0%. Flight controls checked. DCAM MO. Takeoff no blue. We are to the line. Hello, Center. Allegiant 3318 on the ground in Huntington, ready to taxi.
UPS 2096.
UPS 2096, Indy Center, hello. Radar contact, send across prison at 1000, the Louisville altimeter 2984.
Louisville altimeter 2984, UPS 2096.
Engine 3318, runway 12, taxi via Alpha, hold short, runway 12.
Continue taxi, sorry.
Alpha, hold short of 12 for Allegiant 3318.
UPS 1013, checking in level 360, 25 north of Zanesville.
UPS 1013, Indy Center, hello, radar contact. Number 225, Papa X-ray, you can taxi straight ahead on Echo, cross runway 29er, hold short runway 35 right at Echo 2.
Cross on Echo, hold short 35 right on Echo.
Well, not a lot of room over to the left here. It definitely looks like we're like off the taxiway there. Are we? No. We're firmly on.
American 521, turn left heading 080. That's sectors for the ILS 135 left approach.
Indianapolis Center, UPS 2096. Do you want me to cross a certain waypoint at a certain flight level?
UPS 2096 for the third time. Cross Frisbee.
This guy's probably had it up to his freaking ears with this UPS guy.
At 1000 at 2984, UPS 2096.
Delta 521, turn left heading 080. Vectors for the ILS 135 left.
080, vectors for the ILS.
Definitely on. Who's definitely on? I'm definitely on. I hope I'm definitely on. Alrighty.
883 Arnav Row, runway 35 left, clear for takeoff, winds 280 or 10.
Arnav Row, clear for takeoff, 35 left, UPS 83 heavy.
Indy Allegiant 1077, short of 12 at Gulf.
Allegiant 1077 on departure, fly the runway heading the Huntington winds 1003, runway 12, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, runway 12, clear for
We
takeoff.
definitely are going to have the time on the engines. I'll go ahead and clear that time.
Fly 100, and there'll be one
We will watch
MD-11, caution wake
Mickey Mike take off here.
35 left, clear to land.
Caution 7, clear to land 35 left, loud 9. Center citation 5 pump X-ray, holding short 35 right to Echo 2.
Number 925, Papa X-ray, the winds 28010, RNAV scripts, runway 35 right at Echo 2, clear for takeoff.
RNAV script, 35 right, clear for takeoff.
What's a weird effect? It's almost like it's raining.
226, you can expect the ILS runway 23 right approach.
There, Mickey Mike goes on his way up. Hopefully I get to see you in St. Petersburg, Mickey Mike.
523, you can expect the ILS runway 35 left approach, and maintain 8,000.
That's center. Allegiant 3318 that's holding short of runway 12 on Alpha.
Region 3318, cross runway 12, golf, runway 12, taxi via golf.
Okay, we'll cross runway 12 at Golf, and we'll taxi to runway 12 via Golf for Allegiant 3318.
American 2323, you can expect the ILS runway 35 left.
Alright, there you go, there you go, there we go. We're clear to cross.
Maintain 8,000, American 2323. Indy, Allegiant 1077, 2.1, climbing 5, runway heading.
Region 1077, radar contact, climb maintain 50340, clear direct India, Romeo, Quebec.
Alright, climb maintain flight level 340, direct India, Romeo, Quebec, Allegiant 1077.
India Center, UPS 83 Heavy at 3,500.
Looks like the cabin is ready. We can go below the line. So, runway and FMS, we got runway 12.
Clementine 360, UPS 83.
Down in the box on my ND and out the window checked. Min take off fuel. We need 15.8 required. We got 16.6 on board. Flight attendants notified. Engine mode norm. TCAS is TARA. Before takeoff checklist is complete.
And Delta 521, descend maintain 3,000.
3,000 Delta 521.
Allegiant 3318 is number 1 holding short of runway 12 for departure.
Roger. Spirit Wings 522, welcome to Indianapolis. So you can taxi ramp via Bravo and Tango. Have a good day.
Bravo Tango, Spirit 522, thanks for the work, see you.
925, Pop X-ray, radar contact, say altitude.
4,000, climb in for 5,005, Pop X-ray.
925, Pop X-ray, roger. Maintain 5,000 for now. I'll get some traffic. I gotta get you past, then we'll get you high.
No worries, maintain 5,000 for now, citation 5, Pop X-ray.
Allegiant 3318 on departure, fly the runway heading, the wind's 1803, runway 12, clear for takeoff.
Fly the runway heading, runway 12 clear for takeoff, Allegiant 3318. Alrighty, everybody, we are clear for takeoff. Lights are on. Flight attendants are notified. That's one too many clicks there. And let's get her done, shall we?
Golf Mike, have a good day. Golf Mike to the gate, 500, thanks.
You're talking about definitely being on a taxiway. Yeah, it looks very tight there. It looks very tight.
American 2323, roger. Descend maintain 6,000. Descend maintain 6,000, American 2323.
Alright, let's see if I can get a nice tight turn going here. Bring one of the engines up. Usually don't taxi like that, but let's see if we can do it. So we got the nose wheel past the center line right there, and we can crank it.
521, turn right heading 3.
Boom.
Join the runway 35 left to localize.
330, turn localize.
521, you're 4 miles from Ollie, maintain 3,000 total towers, clear for the ILS, running 35 left.
Maintain 3,000 total towers, clear the ILS, 35 left, for
Alright. Runway heading.
Pop X-ray, that traffic
There's got to be 118.
5 miles eastbound, descending out of
There we go.
It's an American
50%. We got all the lights on. Excellent. Half down on the side stick. Let's get her done.
American 2323 traffic, you're 9 o'clock.
Flex.
Now,
Thrust set.
southwest is a citation restricted board.
American 2323, we have the traffic.
80 checked.
For 925 Pop X-ray, no factor night, maintain 543.
All the way up.
B1.
05 Pop X.
Rotate. Set of free. Gear up. Heading.
Legion 3318, radar contact, say altitude.
Leaving 1,700 for 5,000 for Allegiant 3318.
Legion 3318, climb maintain level 380, passing 3,000, direct India Romeo, Quebec.
Alright, climb and maintain fly level 380 through 3,000 direct to IRQ for Allegiant 3318. Alrighty, climb set. We're through 3,000, we can go to IRQ. So, let's go ahead and get that direct to IRQ. There we go. Zoom out.
Skyward 4111, Indy Center, hello, radar contact.
Oh, how far is this? Okay, it's way down there, apparently. At any rate,
American 1180.
let's go ahead and insert that.
Right approach.
Expect 23 right approach for American 11.
That pretty much looks like West Virginia right there. A lot of mountains. A lot of mountains out there. There we go. Flaps up after takeoff checklist.
Delta 6441, whiskey, flight level 339. Delta 66, correction, 66.
There's IRQ. Finally showing up on the map.
IDET 6441. Delta 521, the Louisville winds 28010, runway 35 left, clear to land. American 2323, descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4,000, American 2323.
Delta 521, the wind 28010, runway 35 left, clear to land.
Aircraft left, clear to land, Delta 521.
Yep, that's pretty much West Virginia. You see how many hills there are out there? Like, it is all hills down there. Just all hills. I believe it. Get the speed back under control.
Radar contact 15 miles south of Appleton, level 340. Section 802, leave my airspace to the south. Atlanta Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency changes. Actually stand by to come back online. Section 802, contact Atlanta Center 132.9 or 7.
329, we'll see.
EGS 2096, you can expect the
Yeah, okay. Hey, Max Racing 177. Let me go ahead and get the autopilot on. Ba-boom. Go ahead and do that. Flight attendants are notified. We are out of sterile. Excellent. Max Racing, how's it going? Hey, hey. You know what I've noticed? We haven't do any JetBlue flights yet. Oh, wow, Max Racing. That is gonna happen. I actually do have a really good JetBlue livery that I want to fly. It's the Brooklyn livery. The Brooklyn Nets. I love that livery. It looks so good with a black, white, and gray. So clean, so good. I love that livery. So that's gonna be one of the liveries that I really want to fly. I want to do it into LaGuardia. Oh my gosh. The pilot needs to fix that. That is so annoying. Um, but no, I really want to do some JetBlue ops into LaGuardia with the Brooklyn Nets livery that they have. Absolutely love it. I want to fly it. It looks so good. So clean, so crisp. That's one of the things I really want to do. So JetBlue Ops is gonna come. Um, I just haven't done it yet. Because if you noticed, the FS Expo was all out west, and none of those were really JetBlue routes. I was trying to do routes that would be plausible for being out that way. So like United to San Francisco, American from Phoenix. Who'd I do? Spirit to LA. So I was trying to keep it like kinda what airlines would do. So JetBlue definitely does the LaGuardia JFK stuff. Boston even. I just don't have a Boston scenery. So if we were gonna do JetBlue into Boston, I would definitely need to download something to uh, download one of the Boston sceneries so that we get something there. Just like the Huntington Tri-State scenery today was definitely a default airport. I definitely want to do something where I have a scenery for you guys. I don't want to not have a scenery for you guys. I mean, it's the default Boston. It looks like the default Boston.
Any apologies, Allegiant 1077. Do you give us a handoff to Atlanta?
Not yet. Still waiting for them by.
No worries.
Mickey Mike.
Yes, sir.
1187 cross Akbar. Endeavor 4033 cross Akbar level 300.
So, yeah, Max Racing, that's why you haven't really seen any JetBlue ops. I haven't really done a good route with them yet, but I really want to because I... Who's that? 3297? Alright, I'll pre-tune that. See, when you're following another airplane somewhere, 32, then you can pre-select a frequency, so you don't have to even think that hard about your next frequency. So we got transition standards at once, twice, and thrice. We'll go ahead and turn that off, and we will turn that off as well. There we go. But I absolutely love some of the JetBlue liveries. I have like a bunch of JetBlue liveries downloaded. I just haven't done any ops with them yet. That's the only thing. So I want to do it. I like it because JetBlue has a lot of unique liveries that they do. Like the Brooklyn Nets, obviously. The I Love New York. What's another? The Fire FDNY, the Fire Department for New York. They got that livery. The Firefighter Red airplane. So they get a few different unique liveries and I kind of want to fly a few of them. But of all of them, I don't know why, I just really like the Brooklyn Nets livery. It's so clean, so like it's got the outline of Brooklyn on the side with a black tail and the logo of the Brooklyn Nets on the tail. I don't know. It's just a really clean livery. They hit it out of the park with that one.
Contact Memphis Center 132.55.
I promise, Max Racing. It's gonna come. JetBlue Ops are coming. I really can't wait for the 319 and 321 expansion pack for the Fenix to come out either. I really want that to come out. Um, because I definitely would love to do a lot of 321 operations with that. I'm hoping they're gonna have like the Neo versions, but who knows? Because they have the 320 Neo from fly-by-wire and INI, and you know, there's no 319 or 321 Neo. Hopefully they work on that, because that would be the bee's knees, obviously, if they did a 321 Neo and the XLR, even though um, it hasn't been officially certified yet. It'd be great to do some transatlantic operations in a 321 XLR, or just some long haul flying in the same hemisphere, like uh, JFK to like Lima or something like that. I don't know. I wonder if Phoenix has any intention to put a MCU style ADRS panel. I don't even know what that is. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that is. You're talking about up here, like changing this whole IRS panel out? Because this, let me see. Let me do this. Boop. Yep. So this whole panel up here is kind of like an older level panel. It's off right now. But it's an older panel. So if what you mean by like them upgrading this panel, so like this whole area like above IR 1, 2, and 3 doesn't exist anymore. So you just have IR 1, 2, and 3, and you got the switches there and ADRs. That's it. That's it. That's the panel is way more simplified. There's none of this stuff here. I mean, I honestly don't even know how to use most of this. There was one time. God, I don't even know if I remember what the MEL was. There was one time where something was wrong with something on the IDIRS panel. And every flight we did, we had to manually set. Already will contact center on 132.907 for Allegiant 3318. Have a great night. Thanks for the ATC. So like every flight, and we only had the airplane for like, you know, 2 legs, maybe 3 legs. I don't even remember. But we had to manually put in the position. I'm pretty sure we had to manually put in the position. Okay, so but you're talking about the overhead here with the ADRS. how it has that panel there. Because yeah, some of the so those were like earlier Airbuses had that panel. The newer Airbuses do not. Again, they're very simple, very efficient, very you don't need to know, right? Like you don't really ever need to do anything with that keypad. Except with that one time you have that one random MEL where you got to put in the position manually. Literally, that's the only time I've ever touched that panel. And it was like every hour in flight, you had to like re-update the head. Oh, that's what it was. You manually had to put in the heading of the airplane. And so on the ground, you had to tell the airplane what heading it was. And then every hour or something like that in flight or whatever it was, I forgot what the time limit was. You had to go back in and tell the airplane what heading it was on. So that was a bit annoying. It was a little bit of work. But other than that, I've literally never touched that panel. It's there. You'll see it, but you don't use it. The panel functions just like any newer airplane that doesn't have all that information displayed up there. So yeah, do they have any intention of taking this panel out and making it the new panel? I really doubt it, unless that's what they're going to do with the 321s, which are like a newer block of airplane. I really don't see them doing that as like a thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start flight recorder replay. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna blank out the screen real quick while this happens. Oh, nope. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Ooh, someone's got spacing into Charlotte. That's never any fun. There we go. That's up now. Okay, Max Racing says, as the pilot, have you ever used the CFDS page? Did I ever check in with this guy? I flipped the switch. I don't think I ever checked in. Let me check in with this guy. He seems very busy, though. Wouldn't blame him. It's a Friday. Oh, I forgot it's Friday night. I completely forgot it as a Friday night. I could have done some Friday night ops. I don't know where the F&O is. I could have done that. But we're on our way going down to IRQ Colliers, so It is what it is. Climbing up to flight level 30. You know what? I'm on his frequency. When he needs me, he'll call me. How about that one? Let's see. Isabella, have you ever used the CFDS page? That is really a maintenance function. You really don't ever use that, even for like system diagnosis and stuff like that. You don't really like use that. And maintenance is a several other. So there's like a whole maintenance menu. We're not going to see it here, obviously. You get the ATSU, the simulated, but you don't really have like CFDS or like AIDS. You don't have any of that simulated, and those are really maintenance functions. We don't really use those on the airplane. Sorry, I was asking a question. It helps keep us awake. It's starting to get late where I'm at. I mean, it's starting to get late here as well. I mean, all across the country is starting to get late, right? So, I know you're out in Houston, which is Central Time Zone. I'm right. So Central Time Zone, which is obviously central to the U.S. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, I mean, it's starting to get pretty late. Most places across the country. I mean, unless you're on the West Coast or Honolulu, it's still evening time if you're in Honolulu, so. And if you see, if you look here, look at how great of a climb rate we're getting. That's pretty realistic. Like, you'll get filed up to 380, which is okay because, I mean, you look at our flight plan, we have a decent amount of distance to go, right? And, you start getting to the upper flight levels and you just don't, your climb starts just like degrading away. But you look at this wing view. These wing views are such great eye candy. I will say this. Fenix, hands down, their art team, their sound team does a phenomenal job. Nothing looks more realistic than a Fenix A320. Nothing sounds more realistic than a Fenix A320. Like, I got the BMDG 777. It's fun. I float across the pond. I did whatever. I still got to figure it out. I still got to calibrate my settings and stuff like that. So it may be a little bit before I actually do a 777 stream. But I did notice when I was flying in, I'm like, it's pretty. It's great to look at. We finally have a long-haul, wide-body aircraft. But the sounds sound terrible. And when I say the sounds, I mean mostly the engines. The engines sound terrible. It's just so, I don't know what it is. It could be done better. And I just don't think that's PMDG's strong suit. Like, I don't have the 730. I don't have the 737, but I'm pretty sure there's a sound pack for the 737 that improves upon what the sounds already are, and that's an issue for an airplane you're already paying $79-80 for, just for one variant. You start adding in different variants, the cost starts going up. The sound should be there, you know. For the Fenix A320, you know, you pay $50 for the A320. I think it's 50. I forget what it is. But you pay $50 for this A320, and guess what? You get a complete airplane. The graphics look amazing. It sounds just as it would if you were actually sitting in an A320. There's no sacrifice to detail, and they make it run really, really, really smooth. It's like insanely smooth. Like right now, I'm not getting the best of frames. Right now, I'm getting. Oh, never mind. I must have clicked off somewhere. So I'm running frame gen. And with frame gen on, right now, I'm getting 100 frames per second. So it's not hard on the frames. It's not hard on your system. It looks really good. It sounds really good. It flies really good. It has every system that you could ever think that you would ever want to fail. Most people aren't flying around failing systems all the time. No one's doing that. You know who is doing that? People like me. People who are trying to practice random failures that you could get when you go to recurrent training. Max Racing says V1 had a great take on it. Because we're simming from a chair, we can't really feel the airplane. Sound is the next best thing. That's why as simmers we care about the sound for our add-ons. Yes, 100%. You can't feel what it's like in the airplane. You can't feel what it's like in your side stick. All you have to suck you into the simulation is the sound. I mean, yes, obviously the flight model needs to be there, but outside the flight model, you need to have the sound. If you don't have convincing sounds, you're just clicking random buttons that make, I mean, you know, what importance do those buttons have? Each button has its own click, right? Each switch has its own sound, right? And the engines have their own roar, from CFMs to IAEs to Pratt and Whitneys to the Saffron Leap engines. They all have a different sound, a different vibration, a different feel, and the sound really can make your simulator, your airplane, your product come to life. And I think that's why a lot of simmers rely heavily on those sounds. I just think PMDG falls short when it comes to that sound aspect, whereas Fenix is taking the time to remaster the artwork of their sounds, how it sounds and what it sounds, where those sounds are going to be happening. They've really taken a lot of care to like make that just right. Let's see. Yeah, me. I fell system. So I mean, you were one of the few. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, if you're gonna fail systems, the Fenix is the airplane to do it on. The INI is not the airplane to do it on. The fly-by-wire is not the airplane to do it on. It's a great airplane to fly around. It's gonna get you from point A to point B. And I highly recommend those. If you are all about $399, those are the airplanes for you. They cost nothing, and the systems are pretty okay. And they're going to simulate the systems you need to get you from point A to point B. The Fenix takes it to a whole different level when it comes to failing systems. And that's why I personally like the airplane. It simulates everything I want, everything that I need. It flies how I would like it to fly. It does all their approaches I would like it to do. It has the VNAV capability that I would like it to do. So I just really like how Fenix went into detail on almost every aspect of the airplane. I did those today. I'm a little rusty with my ECAM management. When I get a new failure, I keep freezing. Any tips? Okay. Alright, you ready? Here's the tip. Are you ready for the tip? I hope you're really ready for the tip, because this is going to absolutely blow your mind. We're doing 0.78. Yeah, that sounds about right. We'll do 0.78. It's going to be a crazy tip. It will absolutely blow your mind. Well, first of all, I guess I need a little bit more insight into what you mean by you keep freezing. What does keep freezing mean? Because where we are, we have a... You've heard it in my videos, probably 1 or 2 or 3 times. Especially if you did my Train Like a Real Pilot series. You've heard me say it. But we have our own little thing to kind of get your OODA loop going. Allegiant Ops. Okay. Oh no, we're so late. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and ignore that. Excellent. No. I mean, you gotta let me know what you mean by you keep freezing. Let me know what you mean by you keep freezing. And yeah, I'm sorry. There's like a 30-second delay with the stream, but it's because technically, I guess I am streaming in 4K right now, so there will be a slight delay in the stream as it upscales it to 4K. But what do you mean by keep freezing? Do you get stuck somewhere in the ECAM? Ah, okay. So, okay, I see what you're saying. So, you get the ding, ECAM comes up, I sit there and stare at it like it's going to resolve itself. Okay. So, here is what we do to kind of get you out of that. So, we call that the startle factor. When something happens that's unexpected, that's a startle factor, right? You're driving down the highway and a motorcycle passes you at 200 miles an hour. That's out of nowhere. You don't know what to do with that. That's a startle factor, right? You're walking down the street and someone just starts screaming at you. Startle factor, right? That's not supposed to happen. What do? So when weird things like that happen, we have one phrase and one phrase only that we say. And that is for whoever is flying the aircraft. Hopefully, it will be whoever is flying the aircraft. We'll say this first. Maybe it's not the person who's flying the aircraft. Maybe the person who's flying the aircraft is so transfixed on whatever just happened that they're stuck. They're frozen. They can't think. So, in that case, you just yell out, "My aircraft!" That's it. That's all you gotta do. All you have to do is say, "My aircraft." Now, someone has established positive aircraft control. Now that you have positive aircraft control, the person who was stuck wherever they were is now brought out of their transfixation and back into the flight deck and into the airplane. Because whoever said "my aircraft" is already in the aircraft. They acknowledge that something has happened. Something has happened, and the other person who's flying the airplane didn't say anything. So guess what? It is now my aircraft, because we remember the three things we do is we aviate, we navigate, we communicate, right? I'm sure you've heard that plenty of times in other different places before. Nothing new here. We're going to do the same thing. So by saying my aircraft, we're aviating. That person is solely responsible for aviating the aircraft. Navigation, communication, secondary to flying the airplane. If you can fly the airplane into a safe area, you can navigate wherever you want to. If you're flying the airplane in that safe area, you have all the time in the world to communicate. But the first thing you got to do is make sure you're flying the airplane into an area that is safe for you to be in. So, let's run something real quick. Let's fill a generator. Why is this still failed? I don't know why this keeps failing. Stop it. One through 592? I don't know where the other... Oh, well, oh, that was Spirit Wings, not Allegiant. Sorry. Yeah, we're going to be flying through their airspace anyway. I will pre-select that. Okay. Let's collapse you. So, what do we got here? It's not going to be a power plant. It's going to be under electrical power. Boom. Let's go ahead and we will fail a number one generator. We will fail it right now. Apply changes. So, you heard the changeover. You see a status message, nothing's happened. Boom, my aircraft. You got the ding? My aircraft. Something's happened. So now, when the person has gotten positive control of the aircraft, and whoever is stuck looking at the screen is the one now that becomes the pilot monitoring. Let me get my EQRH. Now, okay, so... there we go. We have the elect Gen 1 fault. Alright, so pilot flying, my aircraft. Pilot monitoring, huh? What? That's my aircraft. Oh, okay. Hey, it looks like on the NCAM we have elect Gen 1 fault. Alright? So we're going to come down here, right down here is where we have our quick reference card. That's what the slot is for. So they're going to pull out their card from there. They're going to look to see if it's a quick action item or ECAM exception. It's not. So they're going to announce to the pilot flying, hey, it's not a quick action item. We don't need to do anything outside of what the ECAM says to do. And so now the pilot flying, or the captain, generally will say assigned duties. Okay, who's going to be pilot flying, who's not going to be pilot flying. So, in most circumstances, the captain will hand the aircraft over if he's the one flying, because the captain has the capacity to view everything from a top-down perspective. He's the big boss. He can see everything from the top-down perspective. And is capable of talking to all the various agencies that he needs to talk to. So usually he'll hand the aircraft over, generally to the right seat. And the right seat guy will say, well, it's my aircraft, my radios. You want to hand both over because the other guy, now the new pilot monitoring, will be running an ECAM. He needs to run an ECAM uninhibited by radio messages. So, my aircraft, my radios, ECAM actions. Okay, so now the pilot monitoring goes right into ECAM actions. ELEC, Gen 1, fault. Did we just blindly start going into the ECAM? No, you don't just blindly go into the ECAM. Why? Is it really a fault or is it not really a fault? Is it really down or is it not really down? So what you do is, as you can see on the lower ECAM display, the page automatically popped up of our electrical panel. So as you can see here, on our electrical panel, or electrical page, alright, on our electrical page, it looks like the generator 1 has 0 volts on it and operating 0%. It's still showing 400 hertz, which means the engine is still turning the generator. It's not producing any power. So, we want to verify that what we see on the upper ECAM display matches what is showing on the lower ECAM display. Or, if it's not showing down there, guess where it's probably going to be showing? Oh, look above you. The generator 1 shows a fault light. Look at there. So, yeah, we can safely assume that Gen 1 has faulted. If you look on the bottom here, you also have galley shed, which means galley power has shed at this point. So now, in the middle of this, the flight attendants are also calling you up saying, "Hey, my light went out back here. What's going on?" We're waiting. We're going to do stuff. We're not worried about that one. So we have Elec Gen 1 fault. We verified down here and up here that we have a fault. We just don't blindly start going into the ECAMs. So that's been verified. So it says Gen 1 off, then on. So we're going to read this entire line out loud. Gen 1 off, then on. We're going to read that out loud so that the other pilot knows what's supposed to be happening. They're going to do it. We're going to say off. We're going to wait a few Mississippis. And then we're going to say on. We're going to come back down. Oh, look, it didn't reset. Look, it's still offline. It says, if unsuccessful, Gen 1 off. So, we'll go ahead and turn it off. There's no other actions here. It's done. So we'll say, clear electric. We can clear electric. There we go. On the status page here, we have Cat 3 single. And really all we're doing is reading this out to the pilot flying so that they know the status of our aircraft. What is wrong with our aircraft, right? What do we need to do? What are their special considerations? This is where you can get yourself completely tangled up right here. So we're a Cat 3 single only. Why? Because we only have one generator online. That's why we're Cat 3 single. In operative systems, we have Cat 3 dual, obviously Cat 3 single. The main galley it's offline. It's shed. Remember, we saw that message earlier? And
Allegiant 1077 Jacksonville 135.902. 3592 Allegiant 1077, we'll see you. See ya, Blue Streak 5486, Atlanta, climb maintain, final 240.
okay, that's making a Mac in front of us. There we go. So, we get Cat 3 dual, main galley, and Gen 1, right? So all of that makes sense, right? We are down to one generator. That's why we can't do Cat 3 dual. The main galley, we saw that, has shed. And generator 1, obviously, is offline. So we're going to say clear status, clear status. Well, there we go. We're back down to the cruise page. It came up to cruise up here. That means ECAM actions are done. We're done. So to tell the other person that the ECAM is done, we'll say ECAM actions complete. So with that done, there's other things we can do. We have a QRH. It has follow-up procedures for us. In the follow-up procedures, it will say start the APU. So we'll start the APU because the Airbus on one generator is a very dangerous situation. We don't want that. Why? Because if we lose this other generator, we immediately go into emergency electrical configuration. You do not want that on an fly-by-wire aircraft that requires electricity to power your flight controls. So we'll get another generator alarm so that we have a backup. Should we lose that generator, we need to land. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We need to land. Why? Do you really want to fly around on one generator that you don't know if it's going to last long enough for you to get on the ground? Do you want to fly 8 hours over the ocean on one generator? No. You want to land as soon as possible, because if that generator gives way, you're just on emergency electrical configuration. And, you know, at that point, you're at the whim of this little thing right here. This is what's powering the whole airplane. Do you really want this to power the whole airplane? No, we don't. We want one of these nice big engine generators to power the airplane. So that's why we want to get a secondary generator online as soon as possible. So that's kind of how you would run that. So the APU is up and online. We would come back to the electrical panel. Look at there. The APU has picked up the load on APU generator 1. It's at 23% and 400 hertz. That's good. Why is this at 23% and this at 18%? That is a 5% difference between what the APU is running and what the Gen 2 is running. Why could that be? Why could that be? You tell me, Max Racing.
We'll descend via the Jump 65. We've got the weather, Charlotte 724.
Allegiant 3318, coming Jacksonville Center 135.902.
Alrighty, that's 135.902 for Allegiant 3318. You have a great night. Thanks for the ATC. See ya. Okay, so I think I've made a carbon. I think like a call out for this would be crave controls radio analyze announce execute verify. Would that work? That would work. Someone's gotta take control of the airplane. Someone else has to monitor the radios. You have to analyze the situation, announce what is wrong with the aircraft, formulate a plan to execute, and verify that that plan worked out. If it doesn't work out, what do? You go backwards to analyze. It's a circle. You just don't stop at verify. If it doesn't work, what do? You go back to analyze, and then you continue that circle back around and around again until the situation is resolved or you come up with a plan to get the airplane on the ground. You just don't stop at verify, right? So it's not just oh, we did it. Yep, I turned the generator off. We're good. No, it doesn't stop there. You go back to analyze. Okay, I turned the generator off. What next? I have one generator. Do I need 2 generators? Yeah, I would like to have 2 generators online. Let's start the APU. So the cycle keeps going over and over and over. Good job, Max Racing, because AC Bus 1 powers Essential Bus, thus giving it a bigger load. You are exactly right. APU is showing a larger load because it powers the AC Essential Bus, and that's why it is showing a higher load than the number 2 generator. And if the APU was offline, you'd see the same thing with generator 1. It would be showing a slightly higher load than generator 2. Why? Because it's powering the AC Essential Bus. Excellent. That is graduate level stuff right there, Max Racing. Graduate level stuff right there. Let me go ahead and check in with this guy so I'm not left behind in the dust.
November 327, Tango Sierra, standby.
Hello, Center. Allegiant 3318, flight level 380.
Center, roger.
Excellent, 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 Max Racing. Here, I'm gonna step away for 1 second. I'm not gonna tell anyone. Shh, don't tell anyone I stepped away from the airplane. But no one's gonna know. I'm gonna step away for 1 second, refill my drink, and I'll be right back.
UPS 348, contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
3297 UPS 348. Have a good night.
Jacksonville, hello. This is Delta 1479 climbing to flight level 230.
Jackson, Delta 1229 checking in. Flight level 370.
Delta 1229, roger. Delta 1479, Jackson Center, climb and maintain flight level 280, resume normal speeds.
Climb maintain 280, resume normal speeds 1479.
Jackson Center, Crypto 42, we're still on the ground in Savannah. Just wanted to see if we can pick up IFR to Fort Lauderdale.
She's sending PDC. Just wait for your turn.
Crypto 42, I have your clearance advised, ready to copy.
Yep, we've got a pen, Crypto 42.
Crypto 42, you cleared to the Fort Lauderdale Airport as filed. Maintain 3000, expect flight level 410, 10 minutes after departure. Departure this frequency, squawk 7757.
Okay, Crypto 42 cleared to file to Fort Lauderdale, maintain 3000, expect 410, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with you 7757 in the box for Crypto 42, and we are short of Bravo 19er, ready to taxi.
Crypto 42, read back correct, runway 19 taxi via Bravo.
19 via Bravo, Crypto 42.
Jack Center, good evening, JetBlue 2202 with you, flight level 350.
JetBlue 2202, Jack Center, roger.
Jacksonville, Center, American 2406, currently ascending to flight level 230.
American 2406, climb and maintain flight level 280, maintain normal speeds, resume normal speeds.
Normal speed, flight level 280, American 2406.
Jacksonville Center, with you, flight level 350, 22 nautical miles north of Haunted, Allegiant 990.
Allegiant 990, Jacksonville Center, roger. American 2400, advise your ETA to the James intersection and requested flight level and Mach number for your oceanic flight. Sorry, ETA over the James fix.
American 2406 has been cleared. We requested flight level 320 as our climb and 280 knots, which approximately Mach 0.79 or 7 or 8.
American 2406, the call wasn't for you, but thank you. American 2400, advise ETA over the James 6, report requested.
Alright, I'm back, hopefully. I did not miss anything as we're coming in here. Getting close to Banff.
American 2400, you on the frequency?
I think they're going to be doing the ILS to runway 18. Yeah, 1705. Yeah, they're definitely shooting ILS to runway 18. Let's see what the Dade's arrival looks like.
Maintain flight level 360.
No restrictions on it, just fixes. And that's mostly because St. Petersburg is south of Tampa there, or it's not really south, but they kind of share the same airspace / arrival.
American 2400, yes sir. Advise ETA over the James intersection and requested flight level
Okay.
and cruising.
That'll looks good. So one of the things I was going to say there
Jacksonville, Crypto 42, holding short 19, ready to go.
is so earlier Max Racing, you heard me say OODA, the OODA loop. You want to make sure your OODA loop is going. So I think the question that you were asking earlier, what do you do? Start embracing OODA. What that means, and that's more of a military thing where it's OODA, your OODA loop. So OODA, OODA loop, and the reason why it's a loop is, what did I say before? You don't end it. You come right back around to start from the beginning again. And you go back through the same OODA, 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 OODA loop, OODA, 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 OODA. So that's why it's called an OODA loop. So, the first one, observe. You're gonna observe what just happened, right? Like you said, you're up here. Let me get ourselves back in the flight deck, right? So you're up here. Ding! You observe something. There's your observe right there. What just happened? The second O, orient. So you observe something. Ding! Something happened. You orient. What was that? What happened? What's going on? You orient. Oh, generator fault. So you now know you've observed a generator fault. You've oriented that you now have a generator fault. What are you gonna do next? You're gonna decide on an action to take to remedy the situation. In this case, in the Airbus, usually it's doing the ECAM. So you're going to observe, orient, and decide. Decide what to do. You're going to run the ECAM. Boom, 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 boom. ECAM's done. Now what are you going to do? You're going to analyze the situation. Is this the outcome I wanted for the actions I took? Yes or no? And if the answer is no, guess what do? You go back to the very first O all over again. You go to observe. What is my new situation? This is my new situation. I gotta orient myself to this new situation, decide on a course of action, and then analyze if it is the outcome that I was looking for. So that's what that's what they're talking about when they're talking about the OODA loop. That's what they're talking about. You're always constantly observing, orienting, deciding, analyzing in a repetitive motion over and over and over again. So, in a way, your crave is essentially an OODA loop. You're looping yourself through a scenario, or any given scenario, no matter what it is, whether it's something in the manual or it's something that's not even written down. Because let's face it, there could be something that happens that has never been experienced before in the history of aviation, and guess what? It is all on you to observe, orient, decide, and analyze over and over and over and over until you get the airplane safely on the ground. That's all you're doing. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Absolutely correct, Max Racing. Observe, orient, decide, analyze. You got it. Tell you what, Max Racing. So, I like flying during the daytime and flight sim. But after I land, what if I change it to be a sunset so we can watch the replay in a sunset? How about that? I will do that. Sound good? In the meantime, yeah, I need a poster of that. I'm sure you can find one. Well, I'm gonna Google one right now. Oop, I locked my... There is a poster of it. Observe, orient, decide, act. That's what they call it. Observe, orient, decide, act. Observe, orient, decide, act. See, for me, decide and act, I guess, are the same step. So you need to analyze the outcome. To me, the A is analyze. I guess it really is act, but you need to analyze what happened. Just like everything we do in the MCDU, we do CAMI. Confirm, activate, monitor, intervene. Confirm, activate, monitor, intervene. So you're analyzing if what happened is the expected outcome. Yeah, you're acting and it goes back to observe, but really you want to analyze the actions of what you decided to do. I don't know. So I may have messed up what the okay. So observe, observation, orientation, decision, action, and that definitely is a military thing. But for me, the A is analyze, not act. You do the decide and acting in the same thing, but I mean, you can Google it. OODA loop. It has the little thing there. You keep going around and around and around until everything is done. So let's see here. So observe. What is the problem? Why do you want to change? Is the problem worth solving? You go to orient. How is your bank positioned for the solution? I don't know why that's a thing. How is the competition positioned? What is the gap and what resources are required? What are the risks of solving this problem? What timeline is required? Decide. How will you decide? What other data is required to make a decision? What is the plan? How do you want to solve the problem? What resources do you want to invest? And then act. Who is responsible? How often will you assess the progress? What is the plan if goals are not achieved? So it's kind of a strategy for any solution that you really need. Sunset replay would be fun. Alright. So I'll do a sunset replay here. Let's go ahead and bring this over. I will bring us down to a 10 nautical mile range. Well, that's Spirit Wings. Did I ever check in with this guy? I don't even know if I checked in with this guy. I've been talking so much, I don't even remember what I did. I think I checked in and went and refreshed my drink, so that'll be that. So we have the Dade's arrival into St. Petersburg, Florida. So we got Banff, Coring, Capo. We have Edison, Olean, Marvy, Coco, Dades, and then lastly Gaspar. From Gaspar is going to be heading to get radar vectors to the ILS here, which is going to be Zeppelin. Zeppelin's going to be at or above 2,600 feet. That checks here. And from Zeppelin to KPIE, it's going to be 7 miles and a 3-degree glide slope on a 176 course. And that's going to be, KPIE is going to be at or... Oh, KPIE, at or above 1,500. 1460, 1500. 1460 is the glide slope intercept height. That's why that's there. Okay, so 1460. And then from KPIE to the runway is going to be 4 miles, a 3-degree glide slope, and a it says 177. Close enough. 176. Down to the runway. For the miss approach, we'll climb to 600, climbing right turn to 1700 on a 330 heading up on a St. Pete VOR 276 heading to La Fall intersection and hold. So there is La Fall. Alrighty, he got Olean 1313,000. I'm gonna go ahead and program that in. So we got Olean. I like line selecting first. And then going 13,000. Surprise, surprise. There we go. Alright, we'll plan across Olean. Well, we will cross Olean at 13,000 for Allegiant 3318. There we go. So we will go ahead and put that in. We got 13 in there. We verified... We got that there. We verified that there. When we do land, plan on a is it? Show me. Okay, so it's got that out there. So when we do land, plan on a right-hand turn off on like Alpha 6 or Alpha 7. We could take runway 4 if we need to. Or the end. I'm gonna use auto brakes medium. Let's go ahead and run a landing assessment. We'll come here. We'll click on the landing part. I will get rid of you. Thank you for your service. You can go back over to the screen. We have St. Pete runway. Nope, we were on runway 186. Play METAR. That looks good. 29905. I always like the worst case landing scenario. So 134.0. There we go. We got auto brakes low, idle reverse, manual landing, full flaps, auto thrust on. Sweet. 9,731 feet available. We need 6,824 feet. With a 15% margin, we got 7,848 feet. Plenty of runway there. So we will configure using that.
Jacksonville and Delta. I just had a brief disconnection due to frame rate, but we're back now.
Delta 1229, descend and maintain flight level 360 for traffic.
Alright, sweet deal, sweet deal, sweet deal.
Delta 1229, I need you to descend immediately. That's traffic.
We're descending Delta 1229.
Delta 1229 needs to descend immediately. I like putting this on. When you get down to like Florida, like if you zoom out and you can actually see the coastline of Florida. There it is. There's the coastline of Florida right there. Just see it right there. I mean, that radar, I mean, that terrain display looks so good. That is dead on exactly what you see. Maybe not as much green, but you definitely do see the blue and the coastline of Florida right there. Excellent. That is excellent. Let me go ahead. I didn't finish my backwards either. 135. 17. There we go. Excellent. So we verified the route. On the rad nav here, we don't really need anything special, except we do have the ILS here, which is 1091, 30-degree glide slope, 177.5. That's the front course. We need KPIE, runway 18. So we'll put that in there. We got GPS primary accuracy high, performance approach page, the weather down there is going to be 170 at 5. The winds are 170. At 5, the temperature is 27 degrees. And the altimeter 2995, 2995. The bottom side of this approach is going to be at 207 feet. We can put that in there. Not required, but let's go ahead and put it in there. And at 2995. Bring you on up. Thank you. Boom. Once. Twice. Thrice. That is set. Excellent. So we are coming up on our top of drop. I like going a little bit. Alright, Olean 13,250 knots for Allegiant 3318. No problem. So we got Olean 13,250. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Tampa apparently must have switched up their operation. I don't know why, but they did. We'll go ahead and insert that. No problem. Someone is a Ryanair in America. What are you doing? What are you doing? What? I don't know. Let's see. Max Racing 177 says, "Do you have any cool, weird walk around stories?" Not really, man. I don't. Walk-arounds are really boring. I like when you mean walk around, like walk around the aircraft and find something broken. I mean, so here's the thing. All right, here's the thing with the Airbus. They have. All right, I'm gonna go to the drone cam for this. All right. So with the Airbus, when you're doing the walk around, right? The Airbus has a literal metric ton. Get out. You see them right here. A literal metric ton of these fasteners. You see all those little screws right there? Those aren't just regular screws. Those are fasteners. And there are a bunch of them. Ooh, Fenix even got the panels labeled on these. That is so good. That is so good. Yeah, they get all the panels labeled. That is so good. But you see all the fasteners. You got like a metric ton of all these fasteners. This drone cam is so weird. However, it's impossible to like keep track of like the 100,000 trillion fasteners that are on this airplane. And what often will happen is you'll do a walk around, right? You're doing your thing, you're walking around, you're looking at it or whatever. And you're making sure everything is A-okay. Like, up in that little hole right there, you should see a white cross, right? And you get all these fasteners. You can see another one quadrillion fasteners right on that PAL lane right there, right? So, like, you got all these fasteners. What you'll usually end up finding on a walk around is one of the 100,000 fasteners on this airplane is loose. And so there's nothing you can do about it. The fastener's loose. You gotta have maintenance come out and tighten that fastener up. Nothing you can do about that. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. That's the weirdest thing you're gonna find on a walk around. There was one time, one morning, I did do a walk around, and I mean, the gate agent got super angry because, like, 13517 Allegiant 3318. You have a great night. Thanks for the ATC. See ya. So the gate agent got super angry. Because I gotta zoom that out just a little bit. There we go. Olean, 13,250 knots. Because I caught it and the crew the night before didn't catch it. And they're supposed to catch it so they can report it and get all that stuff done overnight. But I did a walk around and I get, you know, we start our walk around. I'm back in the drone cam here. And you start your walk around right here. And you like walk around this way, you go all the way around, right? You do all the things, you go all the way around. So all the way at the end of my walk around, right here, right before I get ready to go inside, right? I get here. This is going to be super hard since we're flying, but I get here. And I'm doing my usual. It's dark 30 in the morning. And I look right here, and right just here, I see 4 feathers. Right just there. 4 feathers. And I'm like, So I look at it. I go in, and I'm like, they seem stuck to the fan blade, right? So, of course, I pick up a feather to inspect further. Further inspection needs to be done on what happened here. So I pick up a feather and look at it. I'm like, yep, I definitely think that is a bird feather that may have been gone through the engine. So I literally take the bird feather with me for the rest of my walk around, and I go back up onto the flight deck and I go, hey, Captain, I found this on the fan blades. What would you like me to do? And he goes, you found that? Yeah, I think the airplane may have had a bird strike the night before. So he's like, yep, I think the same thing. So we ended up having to call maintenance out, and that was a solid 1 hour delay because they had to look at the engine from the front and the back, and determine whether or not the airplane had a bird strike, if there was any damage done to the engine, if they needed to do more maintenance on the engine. They didn't. They looked at it all over and said, okay, it was a bird strike, no damage noted on the engine, and the airplane's cleared to fly. So they sent it off, we were good to go. That's the weirdest thing that we have found. The bird might have been attracted to Silver Kelly. I mean, so the Airbus does have, I mean, it's not nearly as shiny as Boeing. Let's be honest. Boeing has a very The 737 has a very shiny cowling. Hello, Center, Allegiant 3318. I don't know if we checked in. We're flight level 103 descending across O-lane at 13,250 knots. We'll expect the ILS for 18 Allegiant 3318. I myself am not attracted to shiny objects, okay? I'm sure, like anything else, I'm sure they're attracted to bright, shiny objects. Which is why they make all engines super shiny, right? So birds can stay away from them. Why else would you make it something super shiny, right? We're through transition altitude. Let's go ahead and turn you on. Fast seatbelt sign is back on. We can go down to our QNH. We're going home. That's what QNH stands for. QNH. So I don't know what QN is. I forget what QN is. But H is for home. E is en route. H is for home. That's all I know. So we get that set once, twice, and thrice. Let's go ahead and get rid of our en route entertainment right there. There we go. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. I will go ahead and bring you down. All right. Descent checklist altimeters. We got 299.5. Auto brake is low. Peripheral approach page is set. Arrival briefing reviewed the Dades 1 arrival. Visual approach. We'll back it up with the ILS runway 18 and status is checked. There has been no changes there. The descent checklist is complete. Alrighty, we got Make It a Mike ahead of us. He's been cleared for the approach. We're getting ready to level up here at 13,000. Zoom you in just a little bit there. 14 for 13. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and tell the flight attendants to prepare for landing. Flight attendants, prepare for landing. There we go. Because Max, you're hilarious. Because of the ground crew shortage, they start getting birds to be wing walkers. First 4 worms an hour. I mean, to be fair, I think that's a pretty good deal. 4 worms an hour. Alright. They may be overpaying. Oh, man. That is absolutely hilarious. You crack me up, Max. I mean, to be fair, I do not envy any of those ground personnel. They work in crazy conditions. You're down there in Houston, man. Think about those guys on the ramp slinging bags in 100-degree heat with 150% humidity. It's absolutely insane. Someone's taking off 14? Okay, different airport, different runway, different all that stuff. Alright. I'm gonna zoom in. To St. Petersburg. I'm gonna try to park right beside McKinney, but there's gonna be no promises there. I'm gonna take my speed and I'm gonna activate and confirm. There we go.
Allegiant 990, clear direct whip, so direct correction, clear to Darbs, cross Darbs at or above 3,000, clear the ILS runway 18 approach.
Cross Darbs at 3,000, Allegiant 990.
Just verify, cleared the ILS 18.
Clear for ILS 18, Allegiant 990.
Allegiant 3318, turn right, heading 260, descend to maintain 5,000.
Alrighty, 260 5000 for Allegiant 3318. So we'll go 260.
802, we're down to clear, runway 18, we're going to signature. Exit 832, taxi parking.
260.
Taxi parking, have a great night.
5000. There we go. We can go radial end to Zeepum. Direct to Zeepum. Where's Zeepum? There it is. Radial end. Boom. How's that look? Looks good. We'll activate that. We need to come up here and reselect our heading. I'm going to go ahead and bring speed brake down just a little bit.
Over 23 uniform radar contact, clear direct lifter, climb maintain 8,000.
Direct lifter, climb maintain 8,000.
Allegiant 1077, runway 18, clear to land.
18 clear to land, Allegiant 1077.
Allegiant 960, radar contact. Turn right turn heading 270, climb maintain 12,000.
Right turn 270, what was the altitude for Allegiant 960?
12,000.
Let's see.
12,000.
I saw Frontier leave their flaps down during turns. So, when and where did you see this? So there's a, okay, so in Airbus world, it's a pretty well-known thing. In Airbus world. When you get above 38 degrees Celsius, it's 38 degrees Celsius. I'm fairly certain it's 38 degrees Celsius. When you get above 38 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere around there, you start. I didn't even check to see if I need to anti-ice on. I don't think so. Nope. Okay, cool. So when you get above 38 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, with the flaps up, you'll get spurious ECAM.
Allegiant 3318, clear direct Whipso, cross Whipso at or above 2,500, clear the ILS runway 18.
Already direct Whipso, and we'll cross Whipso at or above, what was that? 2,500. Thank you. Whipso at or above 2,500, cleared for the ILS 18 approach for Allegiant 3318. Alrighty.
Oscar, turn left heading 120.
So, flight plan, we will arrival, approach vias, Whipso via, there we go. I'll insert that, go direct to Whipso, insert, Whipso is 3,800. I forgot already what it is. We'll just go down to 4,000 feet. How about that? I'll bring the flaps back in, or the spoilers back in. We have plenty to work with there. We're cleared for the approach. Where was I? Oh, hot weather. Okay. My question is when they leave the flaps down like that during a turn. say they need to do a realignment and the CEO, then they're going to coordinate with the ground crew to retract them. I know hot weather procedure, but I retract up at the gate. So, okay, Frontier lays them down. A few airlines do. It's not just Frontier. Okay, so it's a few airlines that do. 210 on the speed, Frontier 33. Sorry, no, we're Allegiant 3318. Alrighty. You got me over here saying Frontier. We'll still up to 210 knots. So, and I'm going to go ahead and start the replay at this time. We're connected. I will start recording. Wait, what? No. Alright. So, there's what's amazing about this airplane. Alright, let's go flaps 1 to be verified. As you see, as soon as we go flaps 1, hey, do you have landing considerations that you need to calculate? Hey, remember me? Speed or discretion for Allegiant 3318. We'll maintain 210 for now. Alright. I got him on TCAS. He's 10 miles ahead of us over Wispo. Alrighty. So. What was I gonna say? So, yeah. So, a few different airlines use a few different techniques. Not every airline does the same thing. I get a few buddies at a few different airlines, and you know, I know kind of what they do. And I do know that at a few different airlines, they will leave the flaps down all the way through. Our procedure is exactly how you said it. We'll Frontier Legion mention. I don't know. Maybe that could happen. We'll bring the flaps up when we get to the gate. We'll bring the flaps up. Now that's not always consistent because it's not something you always do. Just leaving the flaps down. People are going to forget. It happens, and that's probably one of the more common reasons you'll see flaps down at the gate is people forgot to bring them up. It is what it is. We're clear to descend down to 2,600. I'm gonna go ahead and say 2,600. There we go. Let's set that down there just in case. We're kind of far out. We're 20 miles out. Once we turn in, I'll just descend down to 2,600. Low capture. We'll go ahead and go down.
American 519, contact Palm Beach approach 124.6.
Why are you locking up right now, simulator? 84 frames a second, and I'm locking. Wow. I got the airport. Our runway 18 left, clear to land for Allegiant 3318. Alright, let's go ahead and slow you down to 100 and we'll just say 170. Not trying to rush anything here. We be in. We're cleared to land. Oh, nope. Get back on. That is. I got the preceding traffic in sight. He's 7 miles in front of us. Excellent, 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 excellent.
1445 Miami Center, Roger. Clear to the Atlanta Airport, Circus 4 departure, MoMe transition as filed. Maintain 5,000. Departure with me, squawk 77.
So yeah, a lot of times when you're at the gate, you'll see some planes with the flaps down, some of them up. You know, it's really just to prevent that spurious ECAM from popping up, and whether you're gonna retract it when you get to the gate or not. You don't have to always retract it, but yeah, you are correct. Before you move the flaps at the gate, you need to clear it with ground personnel that hey, like we're gonna move flight controls here, get away from the airplane. And that is 100% completely the right thing to do. Yeah, I mean, they did fix a lot of things in the Neo. So Max said was the flaps are not clean. The IRSs of that could cause damage to the rudder travel limiter unit. This is a CEO limitation, not a Neo limitation. Yep. And a lot of things got fixed in one. But the approach, yeah, I remember the approach. And, you know, a lot of things got fixed with the Neo that aren't in the CO. Um, so, yeah, we'll go ahead and focus on our landing here. I got the replay going. Glide slope capture, we can set the missed approach altitude. The missed approach altitude is going to be 1700? Okay, it's 1700. We're cleared to land. Alrighty, let's go ahead and manage you up. We can go. Gear down. That's weird. Just a random freaking shower here? Seriously? Flaps 3, speed verified. And flaps full, speed verified. Let's see. Before landing checklist, altimeters, we got 2995 and 1840. Engine mode norm. Landing gear down 3 green. And ECAM memo. Landing. Bloop. No blue. Before landing checklist is complete. I can't see anything. What is going on down there? Why is there a random rain shower right just over Tampa Bay? I do have their perch lights in sight, though. We'll continue down.
Springs 1827, runway 9er, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 9er, spare winds 1827.
6 Bob Golf, figured out our redirect door now.
I go ahead and turn the sim volume up for you guys. Welcome to St. Petersburg. Here we go. $1,000 stable. Runway. Continuing. I got the pappies. Excellent. Everything looks good. Coming out of this random rain shower. Stable target sync 8. We're cleared to land. Autopilot's off. My aircraft. See you on the ground, chat. Woo! Correcting. Correcting.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5,
deployed. $80, 60, auto brakes off, manual braking. Excellent, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to St. Petersburg, Florida. We can take whatever this first taxiway is. I don't even know what this taxiway is. We'll continue down Alpha 5. Alright. This is Alpha 7. Okay, we'll turn right on Alpha 7. I'm trying to look on two screens here to get my turn off. We will make this turn right here onto Alpha 7. Excellent, 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 excellent. We'll continue taxiing to the ramp. We got the APU already on, so there we go. There we go. After landing stuff is complete. Allegiant 3318 is clear of runway 18. Park under discretion, Allegiant 3318. You have a great night. Excellent, 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 everyone. Welcome to St. Petersburg, Florida. It's a little rainy down there, apparently, according to my sim. It's a little rainy right there, right now, but that's okay. I'll try to make my way down towards Making a Mike there. I will not, so this stream, I will not deplane. What I'll do is I'll set the parking brake, we'll get everything set, and we'll go right into the replay. I think that's how I'm going to do it tonight. Go back outside. Oh wow, they got static airplanes here. Interesting, very interesting. Oh wow, Making a Mike is doing a turn. He is doing a turn. Ladies and gentlemen, he is getting that double stream in. This could be the new key right here. The late night double stream. Making a Mike get it. If you aren't a part of his channel, I highly recommend you guys go over, take a cruise on by Making a Mike's channel. Super cool guy. Super chill streams. Alrighty, I'll park beside whoever. I'll park to the left of whoever this is here. So what is that, gate 7 or 6? 7 or 8? We'll do gate 7 or 8. The only sad thing about streaming this late at night is that the center closes up so early at night. It seems so early at night, but it's really late. Straighten our nose out over here. There we go. I guess I'll do the second burp right there. There's 2 lines. Guess I'll stop at the second line? Boop. Nope. That seems about right. We'll call it there. How about that? We will call it right there. Seems about right. Alright. So, that is all set. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing any deplaning or anything like that. We will run right straight into well, let me stop the replay here. Stop recording. There we go. And then we'll log off of vPilot real quick. Disconnect. Alrighty, so logged off of that. Well, I mean, that is what it is. We can get rid of vPilot there. We are offline, so that is good. I'll bring the sim volume back down to a somewhat reasonable level, I guess. There we go. And without even missing a beat, we can go straight into our replay. Alright. So we got this. Let's go ahead. Yeah. We'll clear all the things. Yeah, I got it. Okay. I'm trying to get everything set. Alrighty. There we go. We can do a lot of this. Excellent, excellent. Alright, so the airplane has figured itself out. Jeez. Get out of here. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm gonna hit the play. I don't even know where we are. I'm just gonna hit play. We're gonna start playing. Bruh, we're gonna start playing. Alright. Alright, let's play it from there. See what we got. We got 2 Luthor. Oh my god. I know. I updated this recording software. It still is it's even more, it's worse than it was before. Oh my gosh. Alright. Let's go back. Let's do this. Okay. Play. Let's do that. I am not a fan of whatever this... The new replay is not a fan of me. Alright. There it is. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, it's... Look at this. Let's do it one more time. Let's go here. Boom. Yeah. I think I need to do the other update for this recording software. Let's do it one more time. Let's wind it back just a little bit. Oh yeah, that's right. We said we are gonna do a sunset. You're right. You're right. Let's wind it down to sunset. Ooh, right about. Oh, look at that orangey sky. Look at that orangey sky. All right. Oh yeah, this side. This side. I'm gonna do a little bit brighter than that. How about yeah, how about that right there? How about that right there? Let's do that. There we go. Yeah. Oh. It looks so cool. Oh my gosh. The sunset with the rain. There's so many things going on right now. Let's see if we can get an outside view of this. Oh my, oh my, oh my. We got the sunset. You see the sun bouncing off of... Why isn't the gear down? That's so weird. There's definitely some flaws going on here. I think I need to, we landed on no gear. How about that? There's definitely some things that need to happen here. I know they updated the software to work better with the Fenix, but I'm not seeing this work with it. That's probably why we keep getting all the alerts that we get in there. Oh, finally. Finally the gear's gonna come down. Jeez. Alright. Let's put it right there. Shall we? Oh, why is the gear coming up? The gear was down. Why are you going back up again? Oh my god. It doesn't want to do it. I don't know what it's doing. Where on this is it going up though? Or down? It's down there. Okay. Which is fine. It's down right there. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Alright. Yeah? Let's reset you. The gear is down. Here we are. Over Tampa Bay. Look at that. Oh my god. You got the sun. Dude. The sunset with the sunset right here. Oh my god. It looks so good. Looks so good. Looks so good. I don't know why the gear randomly started coming up. There is an issue with the software. Clearly, I gotta update it one more time. This is what I get for not updating it. So, in order for me to install the update to this, I gotta completely uninstall the recording software and then reinstall the new one. I don't know why they just don't have an update feature. Oh, look at this. A little float, but oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. I will 100% take that every time. I'm going to wind this back. There we go. Man, through the weather. Emergency cancel you. Stop it. Stop it. We will emergency cancel you. And we'll turn that down so we don't get any other spurious warnings there. Looking out. You can't see anything. Right here. A Draco, Max Racing, everyone who showed up to the stream tonight. I really do appreciate it. Each and every one of you, whether you're a subscriber or you're not a subscriber, I really do appreciate it. You guys coming out, joining me tonight, joining Mickety Mike tonight. Please like, share, subscribe. Each one of your subscriptions helps the YouTube algorithm. I really enjoy spending my time with you guys every day and every night. Until the next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.